good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to the SSF Romcast. This is season 12 still. I am still Jessica Haynes, and I am still, as always, joined by my lovely co-host.
Emma Jackson. That's us. We're here. This is the monthly book chat for March.
Mm.
It's like this episode is going to be going out on literally the last day of March. So we're just sneaking it in there.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Well, and compared to where we're recording it and what might actually happen between now and then as well, just
It's
let's
been
ignore that. Fine.
so confusing for us this year with this season. But hopefully it's all been working smoothly.
It has. It's gone according to how it should on the
Yes.
notes that we have scribbled down.
Yeah. Okay, so do you have any book chat for March?
I do. So I wanted to go in with not really something that we'd normally talk about because we're
Mhm.
18 plus usually. World Book Day.
Oh, yeah. We've
Yeah,
had that was right at the beginning of the month.
it
Yeah.
was at the beginning of the month, and I'm going to come in with a little bit of a downer on it. I
Oh.
don't know if your kids do it. So my big two are big, so they don't do it
Mm.
anymore. But my little one didn't want to this year. He's kind of like,
Oh.
nah. And yeah, the school did it, but they're kind of stepping away a little bit from it now. They're not really putting the time and effort and energy into it as much as they used to. And I don't know if that's the school or the kids or
Yeah. I don't know. Weirdly, at my youngest school, they have a book week about 2 weeks before World Book
oh,
Day.
okay.
So it's really random. Why not have your book week when it's going to be
When
World
it's
Book
book
Day
week.
and everyone's going to be focused on books and thinking about it and dressing up? Um, yeah, she did want to do it because mainly she planned to do it with her friends. I think one of her friends had the idea for them all to go as like different Winnie the Pooh characters, basically.
Excellent.
So she went as Tigger.
Hey.
Um, yeah, and that was and to be fair, she did genuinely love Winnie the Pooh when she was young. Yeah, but she wasn't like that into the idea. And honestly, when we were walking into school, you know, there was a distinct lack of costumes. Like I
Yes.
think a lot of people were going, other than like the littlies, the
Yeah, the
reception,
tiny
yeah, all dressed up as like superheroes
Hulk
and
and yeah.
Elsa and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, it didn't look particularly great. I think I asked her afterwards, oh, who did a really good costume? And I don't think she really had anyone
Hmm.
in mind that had she did mention one of the kids, but I can't remember what he went as. But yeah, it did not seem as big a deal. And it was actually the first year for my eldest that they didn't do anything for World Book Day. When she was in lower school, they did still do World Book Day. I
Oh,
mean, a lot of the
okay.
kids chose not to, but if they
Yeah.
wanted to, they did. And she did it the first year, I think. Yeah, she did it in year seven, but she didn't bother with year eight. Too cool by
Mm.
then. Too cool.
Yeah, this is it. I don't know whether they should sell it a little bit differently these days and kind of not have characters and just do something a little
Mm.
bit. What ours did one year, many years ago, was they had if you wanted to, you could design a t-shirt as the book
Oh,
cover of your
cool.
favorite book.
Yeah, yeah.
So that went down really well because there was like hungry caterpillars around
Yeah, yeah.
t-shirts. And I remember
Uh-huh.
my eldest was in year six and did Throne of Glass because she just saw the cover and loved
Nice.
it. So
Yeah.
she did all of that. Yeah, just to sort of change it up a little bit and not just kind of
Maybe. I wonder if, I mean, I hope it's not the case, but they do say there's like a big problem with kids reading, isn't there, for pleasure and going into young adulthood. I mean, I know that from my eldest, she read quite a lot when she was towards the end of primary school, but as soon as she got into secondary, it's like it's a fight to find something she'll be interested in.
see. It's kind of backwards for us. So we've always found, I'm going to say no offense to the primary school, it is that they foisted some books on my kids over the years, and they're
Mm,
like, oh well, they've got to have a read of it, and it's like, but they don't enjoy it. It's rubbish. You
yeah.
really need to. It's not going to tick all boxes. That as we've realised, you give me something about trucks, I won't read it either, unless there's an
Hmm.
attractive driver who's got fangs and horns
Yes.
behind the
Yeah.
wheel.
He's
Yeah,
kidnapped someone.
yeah.
So
Oh no.
sorry.
Yeah. So, you can't get kids engaged if you're giving them crap to read.
That,
Whereas now,
yeah.
at the high school, they've got a thing, I think it's Sora that they do, and they can pick their own books to read. So they're
Yeah.
going through, mine have been reading Sherlock Holmes recently, which has just kind of appeared on
Nice.
their thing. So it's like a
Yeah.
massive online library, and they've enjoyed it more because
Hmm.
there's just more content and more for them to moot at.
Yeah, yeah, maybe that is a little bit of a problem at the primary school when they're still within bands and they're quite strict
Yes,
about they've got to read within this
you are
band, and it's
in
like,
red
well, you're
band
not,
at the minute.
and it's all the same books, and they get sick of them because that's all there is, or the popular ones are always taken by other people, and
Chipper and
yeah,
flipping knock, they can do
yeah,
one.
they can they can read their own books as long as it's in the system, and then they can go in and do, but it's all about doing like a weekly test, making sure
Mm,
you've read a book, done a test each week on the book. And so my youngest, it gets a little bit, because apparently her teacher is like, he wants them to read stuff out of the library, and I'm like, but if the books are in the system and you've read the book and you're interested in the book and you can still do a test on it, I don't see the problem. And she's
no.
struggling with that a little bit because of rules. um, so yeah, I don't know. It's hard, isn't it? They've got a lot more at their disposal in terms of attention. So some kids are still like massive bookworms, but it just seems to be earlier that there's becoming a divide,
Mm.
maybe between it.
So
I
we
don't
don't want to remove book day. I just want to
know.
keep it,
Zhuzh
have
it,
it.
zhuzh it
Yeah,
up.
yeah. Give it a
Yeah,
shimmy.
that's it. Jazz hands.
Yeah. Next
Don't
year.
know how. Um, yeah. So that was right at the beginning of the month. And so it's right at the end. But if you're listening today on the 31st of March, you might still be able to grab some of these books in the Kindle deal for March.
Mm.
So I did what I usually do and had a little look at what books we'd featured, which were in the deal. So if
Hmm.
anyone wants to grab them, and they're all quite big. Most of them are quite big hitters, like quite popular books already.
Nice.
Two of them I'm not even going to mention because they don't need it, and we're probably going to be talking about one of them later anyway.
Indeed, indeed.
um, but The Night Prince is in there. That's in the Kindle deal, which is the second book after The Wolf King. You were mentioning
Third
something
one,
about
The
that.
Wolf Queen, is out in September. I think it's
September.
September.
So that's probably like a little early push to get
Hmm.
people up to date on that.
I will be reading it. Thank you very much.
Guild is in there if you haven't
Oh,
gone
yes.
into the Guild side of things. The Folk of the Air box set is there, the whole box set. So if you want on a deal to get all of the Cruel Prince stuff, then that's there. Bonded by Fawns, the one you loved. Is that the first one? Is that to kick you off?
Yes, that starts you
Yeah.
off, I believe. But that's remember me telling you about my friend who had a bit of an issue with one of them. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's that one. They get
Mm,
better, they get
maybe I should grab that one. I don't know.
better.
So many
Ooh.
books. I haven't read it yet.
It's a little time.
Yes, I'll start by that. Go back and get that. And then there's Half a Soul, which was one I talked about and really enjoyed. That seems to come up in the deal quite a lot, which is nice. It's definitely worth buying. And then Muscles and Monsters. We were talking about
Oh,
that the other
yes.
day too, weren't
Yes,
we?
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's moved over to Trad Publishing now, is it?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so that's
I can't
out and
remember
about.
what episode we were talking about that in, but
No. It
yeah,
was a
we
good
did.
series. It was really good.
It
Yeah.
might have been a future episode.
Oh.
So we're talking
Oh,
about we're getting like Loki, we're talking about stuff that hasn't happened yet. I
oh
don't
my
know.
God.
Yeah, it's all
We're
over
into
the
the
place.
multiverse. If somebody walks behind
Yeah.
me,
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. There is someone behind you,
Yeah, there is
Jess.
someone. It's not me. I
No.
am not. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
If he
Uh
walks behind me, I'm turning the camera off. So.
yeah, so if you were interested in any of those books, you can grab them today. And
Mm-hmm.
then next month there'll be a whole other batch, probably. So yeah, have you got any? I didn't get any releases for this month. Have you got any?
Oh, I have one. Yeah. So the one that I've got is The Wings That Bind by Briar Berlin, which is part of the Bloodwing Academy series. So I did the first
Okay.
two, and the third one is
Hmm.
out. It was out. I think it was the 10th. So it was out on
Okay.
Mario Day. And yeah, so that's there and that's on my TBR to be read very soon when
Okay.
we finish the bits
Is
we're
that
doing.
the
And
last one?
no, the fourth one is out. I did write the title down of the fourth one, I'm sure I did. With Hearts of Flames is out in October, which is going to link back to something we're going to speak about momentarily as well, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
So yeah,
yes.
that is out in October, and I think that's the last one in the series. But I remember I devoured the first two. So yeah,
Okay.
I'm waiting for this one. It's very good. Very good, very nice.
Very good. I don't think I've even heard of that. No, I have I have heard Bloodwing, but I don't know
Oh, dragons.
if I've
Dragons
heard
again.
anything else
Always the
about it.
dragons.
Um, right. So just a couple of things that have cropped up on social media that I noticed. People having a, in the romance sphere, having a lot of a chumag about. Apparently, there was an article, I don't know where it was, um, that was talking about how readers are moving over more towards first person and the random
Okay.
reasons that they give for doing that. I don't know. So there was a lot of discussion about like, you know, whether you should bother to write in third person anymore. Does anybody even like third person anymore? Personally, I like third person. Um, I like writing in it and I like reading in it. So it's not a problem. And I can find plenty of books. I do think there is more of a trend towards
Mm.
first person in romance, but I don't mind either way.
So, yeah, as a reader, I don't really care. I'll do either. As a writer, I feel a bit of a disconnect in third.
You
I
you
don't,
find it a bit harder to
yeah,
get
I find
in.
it a little bit trickier to kind of get my head
Yeah,
into it. So
fair
I've
play.
I've done it and I've kind of, yeah, I've come away
Mm,
feeling a bit, mm, but
yeah.
maybe I just
Do
need to
you
put more effort in.
do first person present or
Yes,
past?
no, present.
Present. Okay. Yeah. Third person present is odd. I don't think I've really read that a lot or tried that. You tend to do past when you're doing
Mm.
third person, don't you? Yeah, I don't know. People are talking about how it seems to be a lot more about the reader wanting to be like
Yeah,
self-insert.
yeah, in the moment, yeah.
Yeah. But like when I read, I don't really I view it more like I'm watching a film. I'm like just reading it and then watching the characters going about their business. Whereas I think a lot of readers now are like wanting to
Yeah, you
be the
fully invest.
character.
Mm.
And that seems to be a trend with something that works quite well in like social media. I've noticed a lot of authors using these slide um sort of carousels where they'll be like from a first person perspective of their character. Not they don't necessarily write in first person, but they'll talk about it, a hooky situation
Yeah.
from the first person to get you in there. And I wonder, maybe that's just grabbing it. What's
I was gonna say, yeah, it makes sense if you kind of, yeah, if
mm,
you're fully invested in it and like, oh my God, what's going to happen here? Then
yeah.
yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I think I have written some books in first person, but sometimes I start them and then I'm like, I can't
You jig halfway through.
I can't get any further with it like this because I
See,
just feel like
I'm the other way.
yeah.
Yeah, there's just sort of, I don't know what it is, but there's just a blocker there because, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I've got already got enough voices in my head. I don't need to add
Yes.
another one.
This is it. Yeah. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I end up getting too close to it. I'm like,
Yeah,
I cannot
you're too
authentically do this.
involved
I need
now.
to separate out to
Mm-mm.
go a bit Moon Knight. Just like
Oh, good.
split it all up.
Yeah.
Different characters. The only thing I really find hard in first person is the blurbs, the synopsis. I do find that tricky, and that does seem to be like
Just
quite a few people that find that
Just
difficult.
generally synopsises are hard anyway.
Yes,
I
but
just
like when you're going to buy the book and it's written in first person, even if the book is going to be first person, I don't want the description of it in first
no,
person. I
I
find
think I
that
jumped to
tricky.
third for that bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I have. I
because
need to find the
otherwise it
book. Yeah,
just
I
feels.
think I do.
I think the nature of the blurb is a bit dramatic, so it just automatically makes me think they're all a bit like, oh, and I'm this and I'm that, and oh, and he's wonderful or he's terrible, and oh, I'm gonna
Oh
kill him.
no.
And it's like it just, I'm immediately like, no, No,
Oh,
I don't like
again,
this anymore.
do you know what we were on about? Like sarcastic audiobooks, sarcastic blurb
Yeah.
reading would be a fantastic. And just
Yes.
imagining you in Waterstones reading it, going, "Oh
Yeah.
no, he's such a dashing human, and I'm such a awful
Yeah.
fae."
Yeah. It would work. I mean, it might not work to make me read it, but it would work
But
for amusement
it
for
would do
sure.
something. It would tick
Yeah.
a box.
Yeah.
I might try that next time anybody's in Waterstones. Please do that anywhere near Swad or Derby or Burton. If you see me
This
coming,
That's
please.
more TikTok stuff for you,
It
Jess.
actually it really
Yeah.
is.
We did say when we do meet cute, we have to try and get some footage of some
So,
stuff.
yeah,
We've got to plan some things, haven't
and pictures
we?
of us together. I can't find
Yes.
him. Yeah, we
It's
aren't
like this
actually the
does not
same
count.
person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
like yeah,
keep looking at our social media profiles and it's like the picture from your birthday,
yeah.
which was what, how
That
many
happened
years ago?
4 or 5 years ago.
4 years ago now.
Jesus,
Yeah.
we have met since then.
Yeah.
I
Well,
nearly said
meet
we
cute.
shared a bed. We didn't share a bed. We
No,
shared a
we didn't.
room.
We shared a room.
That is
Yeah.
definite forced proximity.
But all of the pictures from Meet Cute as well are like they are not my favorite because it was so hot. I'm just melted.
It was a warm day.
This is not. No, I'd like a nice picture if that's possible.
We need
I'm
to
not.
find a
Yeah.
very cold place to have a picture.
Yes. Yeah. We should be able to manage it over the course of the weekend.
We just
Meet
need to
Cute's only
find us
one day.
someone and say, please
Mm.
take a picture of us. We
Yeah.
need to look slightly red in the face from laughing to
Hmm.
be really on brand.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, but just not completely red and
Mm,
sweaty.
and just
Yeah,
drippy. Yeah.
that's it. Uh, one of the other things that was over social media was there was a an author put out their cowboy romance cover, and the romance was called "This Ain't Our First Radio," so it was like a second chance romance,
Hmm.
and it's got both. It's a cartoon cover. It's got both the hero and the heroine on the same horse, right? And there was a bunch of authors that started to give them flack about this. They like went in really hard, which
Really?
is not the thing. Like when you're an author, don't drag other authors.
Yeah,
You know,
don't be
it's hard
doing.
enough out there as it is.
We
And
hate
it's like,
ourselves enough.
and it's just a cartoon cover. It's not like, you know, it. And also in the romance community, what romance have you even been reading if you don't believe that you can have two people on a
I was
horse?
going to say, how
You
many times have we
know?
discussed people having sex on a horse or on a dragon or on a
This is it.
bike? I don't know. It just,
This kind of links back to our spice episode where like realism is not always number one
no.
in these things. I mean, blatantly, a horse can have two people on it. That
Yes.
is a possible thing. Whether or not the horse likes having two people on them, you
Oh, so
know,
yeah, what was the issue? Was it the weight
that
of the
was just
people?
it.
Was
It was
it?
just because they were sat on it, and I think they were facing each other. Like she was one way and he was the other. Um, yeah, and it was just it you know, a cover is to convey something at the end of the day. So that was a bit crap. But what was nice was that everyone rallied and they
Oh,
started to
good.
support the book. So yeah, this ain't our first radio, which is Liara Tamani, I think is how you pronounce the author's surname. So if you wanted to check it
Go and
out and
buy
try
it
a
just because you
cowboy
can.
romance, because this is a black cowboy romance as well, which is much less in the
Mm.
cowboy sphere. So if you want to support a minority and support someone who had their cover ragged for no particular
Yeah, and
reason,
go and see if they have sex on a horse, hopefully with towels down and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. I mean, the sex on a horse is a tricky thing. We've talked about this before. I feel bad for the horse.
Yes,
They're not.
consent
They
is
cannot consent to this.
no.
It's not like the cat scratching at the door. Those bastards want to come in. Okay. They don't give
They're
a shit what
filthy
you're doing.
minded.
They just want to get on the bed
Yeah,
or annoy you. Okay.
like
It's,
toes, sushi.
yeah. It's not the same if the cat
Yeah,
has made sure they're in the room. That's their problem. That's their
yeah, yeah.
choice.
They
The
were
cat's
there.
consent. You
Hmm.
know, not involved in that way, but in the vicinity. A horse is not, you know,
No, they get no choice in that.
they get no choice, not in the fantasy books.
Mm.
Honestly, the way they must roll their eyes like, ah, oh, God.
Again.
He's just pulled her up in front of him. I know what's going to happen now.
Yes. Their thighs clench and here we go.
But yeah, like I said, if what kind of romance are you reading if you don't understand the rules of horse riding?
No.
It's a different kettle of fish.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, so that was about it that I had for this month. We are
Yep,
doing this
yep.
a little bit early, so as always, there could be something huge that hits the
Yeah.
headlines.
We'll add
I
that
mean,
into April's just as a
yeah, there's been London Book Fair around I think it's just finished around the time we're doing this, and there's
noise.
been plenty of talk about romantasy still. So I think
Yeah, we're still up there riding
still
high.
still
Good, good,
going
good. Waving the
in the
flag.
trad sphere. Yes.
Cool.
Have you got anything else?
There's just a thing that we need to dive into.
Yeah. Yeah. Go on then.
Okay, it's
You
on
can say
me, is it? All right.
yeah.
Oh. So Akatar, Akatar is
Yeah.
the word of the day today on the
It
podcast
is.
because we've got more books coming. We got,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it because every time we got six, seven, six
It
and
is six,
seven,
seven. Oh
six,
my
seven for
God.
Akatar has been put out there.
Yeah.
I didn't see any hint of names or thoughts on what's going to happen. I didn't kind of read too much into it. I just
Oh,
saw the two were
I've
coming.
not seen. I mean, I guess they build, don't they? They give you a little sprinkling of information, then they build again to get another spike of interest, and it'll be
Mm,
like then it'll be what the title is, then there'll be like a smidge of a cover,
yeah.
and then you'll finally
Ooh.
get the cover. But it doesn't
If it's
matter because it's already a
it's already
bestseller.
out there, and yeah, you
So
don't
yeah,
need to do anything with it. So,
yeah.
but yeah, that's out in October, the
October
first one.
27th is
Hmm.
I don't know what the date is. The other one's January, so they're quite close
Okay.
together. I
Oh,
hear
okay.
this is because it was a chunky book and she split it
I'll
into
split
two.
it. Oh, oh. Well,
Always a
that's it.
good
That's the
good
Netflix
sign.
thing, isn't it? Yeah, that's the. Yeah, even my 15-year-old gets mad at Netflix for the Bridgerton split. That's just
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
why? Because we have no
I
patience. We
mean,
can't wait.
it's not long between them. That is only a couple of
No,
months. So
a
I
couple of months.
suppose.
If my delivery doesn't come within 3 days these days,
Mm.
I'm angry.
So, I mean, obviously, a lot of people were like, oh my God, that's gonna take up quite a lot of bandwidth into, like Halloween time is quite a
Yes.
prime time
For
for
yeah,
a
for
lot
all
of
the spooky books to come out.
this is it. So, a lot of people who had stuff planned have maybe been rethinking or just like, okay, so we're gonna
Well, I
have
was
to
gonna say
accept that
it.
this is a longer term
Yeah.
type deal.
Well, this is it.
Obviously,
You can ride off the coattails, maybe, and kind of, yeah.
yeah, I mean,
If this is here, sell it with this.
I
This is
think,
coming out, but get this one
yeah,
too.
I think the concern is that it just like obviously on social media, all of the discussion goes. I mean, we know it's like that anyway. It's very hard to train your algorithm to come away from like book talk that is solely based on ACOTAR. There's tons of people out there talking
Mm,
about other books, but you've got to pull it away because it's so popular. It will just keep feeding you that stuff all the time
yeah,
if
yeah,
you so much as glance at it for like more than 2 seconds. And then obviously everybody's going to be talking about it and there'll be spoilers and not spoilers or,
yeah. Do you
and
know
then
what we need?
theories about the next one.
We need AI to get to a place where it goes, okay, everybody likes this book. Let's suggest them, right, rather than writing books for people and doing awful things to the world, let's suggest books like this from marginalized authors, from
Mm,
indie authors, from other places. Because this book will
yes.
be good, everybody will love it, tick box, fine, everybody read it, do what you do. But then give us other books that are similar, and then give us other books
Yeah.
that are similar to the similar. And then we get super books as well.
I it's very tricky because like you say, AI is not what you think, not what a lot of people think it is. And that's like in terms of what it can do and what it can't do and how it does it. Um, because it is geared towards telling you what's popular. So that is
Mm,
the way that has been the way in the past to kind of trick it, as it were, if you go for things that it references certain places to give you certain answers or recommendations, which doesn't necessarily make them the right information. It just makes it the popular information. Um, yeah. And I mean, I suppose technically the algorithms are supposed to work that way,
Yeah.
but they're not interested in trying to do that because it doesn't earn them as much money, I guess.
No. But
It
we'll keep
could.
being here. We'll keep being
We'll
here
keep
to,
being here.
yeah.
And yeah, I've floated the idea to you, didn't I, about us
Hmm.
possibly doing something around the time. I don't know when it would work best, but we could do, I don't know whether we could just do it on social media. We can do like
Yeah,
a thing
shoving
where we
out books
invite
there.
people and just like showcase
Yeah, some
anyone
books
who's
that are out
bringing
too.
their books out, just offering to amplify them. Or we
Yeah.
could do like a bit, because that's usually our panel season. We could do like a big like book party and have loads of authors
Ooh.
on, maybe.
Oh, just yeah, like
So
snippet chats. That'd be quite cool.
yeah, so if you've got a book out like in October, November
Next year.
this year that you couldn't move, and you're concerned that it's gonna just get lost underneath the Akatar chatter, um
Send it our way. We love
yeah,
them.
if you want to talk to us about it and you think that that might be a good idea or just be fun, just be nice. I mean, just from an author perspective, um I've always found that those kind of things, when I've gone onto a podcast and chatted to people or done a book club or something like that, those are the things that make the publication experience actually feel nice. They don't always sell loads of books for you,
No.
but it is fun. It's nice to have an opportunity to chat to other book lovers about your book. So
Well, this
that's
is it.
worth it.
Even when you kind of go into bookshops aren't really geared towards, they are a bit more now, but they're not really geared towards what we want to read or what we do read.
Mm.
So, yeah, just those places that could being an author and sitting in a little box just with paper and pretend people can be,
Yeah,
it's
this is it.
hard.
Come join us. We'll have some
Come
kind of
join us.
party that goes on.
Mm.
Um, yeah, that's weird you mentioning that about that. I don't know, but I think I've been noticing Waterstones pulling back again a little bit
On the
on
romanticities
on
or
the
on the fantasies
romances
and
and the romance stuff. It's getting a
yes,
little
it's
bit more
not as
sidelined again.
yeah, it's not as laid out
Yeah.
as
Are
it
they
used to be
trying
on
to
all the
put us
little
back in the box?
tables.
They're going, no,
Yeah. No,
you've
you've
had your
had your
time.
say.
No. You all
Fingers
go to
crossed.
the works anyway. So
I see you on your phone in the corner.
yeah,
Is
yeah, that's
it
it.
cheaper on Amazon?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I have noticed that, but that might just be local to me. And at the end of the day, it could be based on their sales. At the end, if they're not getting enough people come in to buy those books, then they're probably not going to put them front and center.
No.
Who knows?
But they never seem to then put them back on the
Mysterious.
shelves.
I don't know. The sad fact is a lot of books go get pulped, don't they?
Yeah.
It's yes.
Send them
Speaking,
to us. I'll find a home for them. I can
yeah.
make a throne of books.
Oh, it's and sustainability is like quite an issue at the
Mm.
moment with book production. I think that was another reason. I haven't watched the whole. There was an interview, wasn't there, with Sarah J. Maas on
Oh,
a
okay.
podcast she went on. I did not watch it. I
I
just
did not
saw
watch it either.
some bits. But I heard one of the things that she said about it was also that there was concern about the size of the book and producing it. So that's also why it's been split. And I can totally see that,
Hmm.
really. I mean, you do get chunky books,
Yes.
obviously, but when you think of the sheer number of books they're going to have to produce to meet that
Yeah,
demand,
demand. Yeah.
yeah, that's probably pushing it. I would think a lot of like big books tend to be smaller print runs. Maybe like the big hardcovers, they tend to be
Hmm.
more niche, maybe, rather than something that hundreds of thousands of copies are going to
Yeah,
be
there's going to
sold.
be a lot of copies going around.
Yeah. So yeah, that was quite big book
Yeah, I
news.
was going to say, yes, book news. It is quite,
Yeah.
it is quite
For
hefty.
for fantasy romance,
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely, that is one of the main headlines. Speaking about that, we'll say this and then there'll be an announcement, but I don't know what's happening with Fourth Wing series, because that's the other big. There'll be another book at some point, I think,
Mm-hmm.
in that's continuing that series, so
We shall
we'll
see.
hear, because that will be a similar situation, I think.
Yeah, everybody will get kind of.
It will take up a lot of bandwidth,
Yes.
absolutely. Yeah, but there we go. So
Mhm.
if
That's
you're
March.
excited about it, or if you're an author who's gone, oh my god,
I am sinking under the weight of all the pages.
when you're like struggling to get views anyway with your regular social media, and then you're like, oh, and everybody's just going to be talking about Actor, so what
Mhm.
is the point?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna sit. I'll sit this year out.
This is it. Yeah. But okay, right. I
Job
think
done.
that's everything.
Hmm.
And we will be back next week to talk to Katherine Dyson. We'll be interviewing Katherine Dyson about her book, Love at First Bite.
Excellent.
Bet you can guess what that's about.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see
Till
you
next
soon.
time. Bye bye,
Bye.
everybody. Bye bye.